Yeah.
And a last question, Rhea. What are the 6 best tips that you would recommend in this entire effective exercise workout or ineffective exercise?
So when it comes to exercise, there are few things that you need to remember. Okay, first thing is don't ever overdo your cardio. The cardio that needs to be done is just for 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, do your strength training before you do your cardio. आप सिर्फ cardio या सिर्फ strength नहीं कर सकते. It has to be a combination of both. Okay, a very simple example. If you do not do strength training exercise, your spine, okay, you will not develop a stronger spine. You will not develop a stronger back muscle. Now, because of this, you will end up having a belly. So, if you want to avoid belly, you have to start doing core strengthening exercises. Okay, along with cardio. So, पहले core strengthening करना है, फिर cardio करना है. So, these are the combination that I do, and also the duration needs to be taken care. All right. Second tip. Second tip. Okay. Many people are into this Gatorade or those commercial electrolytes. I would strictly recommend to avoid it. Okay. The only reason for this, okay, the only reason for this is because it has a lot of sugar. After you complete your exercise, what your body needs is electrolytes and not sugar. Okay, so you can have a homemade electrolyte or simple nimbu pani with salt and little bit of sugar is more than enough for you to, for that electrolyte balance to maintain. So do not overdo with those commercial electrolytes. Okay, so this is the tip number second. Tip number third, do not ever go for exercise if you have not slept enough. Okay, in the process of telling yourself that I'm very strong and nothing will happen to me, okay, to prove, I don't know kisko prove karna hai, but to prove that I am very strong, people don't sleep enough, people sleep late, so the recovery is not higher. And what happens is when you don't sleep enough, okay, you will not lose weight, you will not develop muscles, your body is tired, your body never recovers from that tiredness. So it's very important to sleep enough. Okay, so if you think that you have not, please skip your exercise, is what I would definitely recommend. Okay, working out on an empty stomach. There is nothing that, I mean, people want to lose weight and they are suddenly very strict on themselves. Okay, and they're very harsh on themselves and they avoid meals, they reduce the quantity drastically, they go to workouts on empty stomach, they work out for longer hours. I mean, this is a punishment. In the long run, definitely it will have a major effect on your body. So it is best to completely avoid this. Okay, never go on an empty stomach. एक fruit या एक दो dry fruit तो बनता है. Okay, so don't do that mistake. Hydration is very important. If you do not, if you do not hydrate yourself, then don't exercise. If you are really tired, you're lazy to hydrate yourself, I would recommend not to exercise because you're doing more harm to your body than benefit to your body. Okay, so you need to really hydrate yourself pre, post, and during exercises. Okay, of course, the speed has to be a little slower during the exercise, and not to forget throughout the day. Okay, that hydration has to be throughout the day. Okay, another tip, do not immediately go for steam sauna after your exercise or heavy in high intensity exercise because you've already lost a lot of sweat, a lot of electrolytes. Again, in steam, you're going to do that. Okay, a hot water bath is preferable. And last but not the least is never ever start your exercise without a warm up and never end it without a cool down. So a
I think
warm
this
up
is an
exercise.
important tip.
Very. People ignore. अरे हम walking ही तो कर रहे हैं, क्या जरूरत है? But when you're walking also, you cannot immediately start. Go wherever you're walking, or maybe you have to walk on the road because you never know the gardens and when the person या building के compound में walk कर रहे हैं. So let's be practical. घर से थोड़ा सा stretching कर लीजिए. Okay, if you feel shy, if you have no place, and then go for a walk, come home and cool down. Do the cool down stretching exercises. But don't rob your body of, these simple things, because this stretching will help you recover. And next day आप जा पाओगे exercise या walking पे. Otherwise, your muscle will be cramped up and it will be very difficult for you. And one of the biggest excuse to not exercise. So yeah.
Yeah, I think very, very well said, Rhea. And I mean, I think all these tips are making so much sense and they're practical.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So more so ever, these are very doable tips. Okay, because I do understand during the lockdown, exercise was something that people have realized and started focusing on. So might as well do in the right direction. And when it comes to food and exercise, they go hand in hand. It's not a separate entity at all. Neither exercise nor diet. So one needs
Absolutely.
to, even if you don't want to lose weight, there are other you know benefits which one needs to focus on to.
I think, yeah, very,
Yes.
very well said. And this is it, guys. I think some interesting tips have been shared to us by our very own dietitian, who is the founder and owner at Yellow Bowl, and Rheya Doshi. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing and helping each one of us in trying to implement exercise in any form. So, thank you for the
Yeah,
food and the tips. Really means a lot.
thank you. If there is any kind of questions that people want to ask, you can always
Yeah,
ask
if
me
there
or
are
you
any
can DM me.
questions, if anyone wants to ask, we are open for that.
Yes. And or else you can DM me. I can definitely help you out with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should take it on DM.
Yes.
Okay, we have a question. We should go for a walk before dinner or after dinner?
Depends on the kind of activity that you're doing. Okay. So you have to keep a gap. Even when you're having dinner, okay, you have to keep a gap. You can go, see, when your snack is a little lighter, so you can make that as a pre-workout meal, go for your walks, and then come and have your dinner, which can become your post-workout meal. Okay. Which also has to be a little lighter if you're looking to lose weight or, for fitness. After dinner, I would not really recommend. Okay, the reason being that your body is preparing to rest, and you cannot activate your body just before it is preparing to rest, right? So before dinner, yes, of course.
Perfect. So we can go for a casual walk, right? But not a brisk walk, you're saying?
Yes, not an exercise, like not with the purpose of exercising. You can definitely go for a brisk walk, yeah, a stroll maybe.
Perfect. I think that's about it. We are done for the day. And thank you, Ria, once again.
Thank you for having me, Dhwani. It has
Thank
always
you.
been amazing. And I hope you guys, follow these tips, even at least one or two. I'm sure you will benefit for that.
I
Okay.
bet on
Thank
that.
and see you next week with yet another interesting topic.
Yes.